Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Rockwell Process Consulting. And today I wanted to talk to you about an example involving maintenance and inflation, but on a good side of things. So this particular example is one that I touched on briefly in another video about a hazardous waste recycling facility. And they had a particular product line where they would run that for about 2 weeks, and they could make enough product to fill a rail car and sell that rail car to their customer for about $1 million. Now, that wasn't very long ago, just a couple years ago, and now the price of that commodity is about fivefold, 4 to 5 fold. So now you're talking about $4 or $5 million for a rail car on that particular product. So, as I mentioned, this could be done in about 2 weeks. The particular production line could make about 3.5 batches per day. And with some analysis, we figured out that with downtime, because it's a hazardous waste recycling facility, they had to maintain compliance with cleanliness and leaks, things like that. So they were constantly shutting down to clean up the machine because the seals were leaking. Uh, they didn't have more people to just clean while the machine was running, and that was a bit hazardous as well. So they had to actually stop the machine to safely and have the manpower to actually clean it. And they were doing this daily, to the tune of, if we got this seal fixed, which we recommended, they could get up to probably doing about 4.5 batches per day. So, approximately about a 20% increase in production. And it would take them about a shift to do all the cleaning anyway. So we could actually do the maintenance work in the time they were down anyway. So it wouldn't actually cost any more downtime. The maintenance folks and manager knew this, but the plant manager didn't want to do this because he didn't want to have downtime for repairs. But he wasn't understanding the fact that you could get the repairs done in the same time they were doing cleaning anyway. Despite years of the maintenance department trying to explain that to this person, they just weren't buying it for some reason. And so we came in, made the same assessment, and showed that if they spent the money, took the time to do this work, that they would actually only have to spend about $2,500, $3,000 in parts and labor to get this fixed, and it wouldn't actually cause any additional downtime. So there wouldn't be any lost product. And when you did the math, they would actually make their money back in 1 hour of that time for the lost the cost of the parts and labor. The payback was 1 hour. So it was really a slam dunk. The operators didn't have to spend any time shutting down, cleaning up that product off the floor and the surrounding areas where it would leak. They didn't have to get involved with the machine. They could be hands off, so safety and risk improved, and they were able to actually increase their production. So they were now they're making 4 to 5 times the amount of money on that product at a much higher production rate. So this is something that we see common in places all over. People know that doing maintenance is the right thing to do. They know it's fairly inexpensive. They know it's not going to take that long, but there's always folks that argue the production argument, that they don't want to take the downtime. They don't want to lose the production. And very rarely, in any of these situations where there is this conflict, the production always wins. But rarely, basically, anytime this argument happens and production wins, no one's taken the time to do the math and figure out what the ROI would actually be and what the cost would actually be. And once that's done, it becomes painfully obvious what should actually be done, and the maintenance should go ahead. But we see this anywhere and everywhere we go. Maintenance is always lacking. It's not maintenance's fault. But maintenance is always one of your best preventative measures that you can take to keep your production going and maximize your profits. So, and in this particular case, this product went from its old price to now 4 or 5 times higher with inflation. So now that they've actually gone ahead and done this project, we increased their profitability, or their production rather, 20%. So they're making 20% more on something they're making 4 or 5 times more money on. So it ended up being a huge win for this company. And it's something that we see, like we said, all the time. So if there's something out there that you've got and haven't been able to make a convincing argument for, don't know how to do the math, the analysis, give us a ring. We can help you with that analysis to build that business case for you. And we're able to do it virtually every single time. So if you need help with that, please feel free to reach out. Or if you think you might have a situation like that and you're not really sure, we can come out and take a look for you and put that business case together. And in all likelihood, you are on the right track. This would be the right thing to do. So thanks for tuning in. And if you think this is of any value, we'd appreciate a like for this and a subscribe. It helps the channel out, helps our business get more visibility. So with that, have a great day, and we'll see you on the next one.